Welcome to JC Stocks and Markets podcast for April 5th, 2024. Actually, I'm recording on the 5th and going to really call this the April 6th version. I'm JC, been investing in the stock market for over 40 years. My intentions with the podcast are to share my thoughts and opinions on some stocks and ETF picks with an emphasis on dividend-paying securities. I want to share investment ideas so that you and I can maybe make a buck. Not doing this for money from anyone. The opinions shared here are my own, and they are just that, opinions. I invest in many of the stocks and ETFs that are featured in these podcasts. Not the one today, but I may dip into it depending on how things go and what kind of liquid capital I do have. Disclaimer, do your due diligence before investing in anything. With that, let's go make some money. The dividend idea that I have for today is the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF. Ticker symbol is JEPI, and it runs at about $56 to $57 per share. And the dividend on that is about 7.5% right now. This is a newer type of ETF that's out there. They have high quality and really high market cap stocks, and they sell covered calls against the shares that they own. It's very actively managed by JP Morgan. And here I've got the ETF summary right here. The fund seeks to achieve this objective by creating an actively managed portfolio of equity securities, provides significantly of those, including the fund's primary benchmarks, the S&P 500 Total Return Index, and through equity-linked notes, basically selling call options with exposure to the S&P 500 index. Again, it's ETF category is derivative income because they get their income from selling covered calls. It's $32.7 billion in market cap, which is a whole lot of money for an ETF. And really, it last year it gained a ton of capital being invested in there. Essentially, the yield is about 7.8%, and it is an ETF traded on the exchange, just like any other ETF. Quickly go through some of this. I'm giving you the basics of this. Please do your diligence. Look into it. See if it makes sense to you. All these stocks and all these ideas are really just ideas for you to take and research. But this one provides some income. Has pretty low alpha movement, which is okay. Very little beta. That's okay too. But as you can see from the list of stocks I've got here, or they have here in the JP Morgan ETF, it's Meta, Amazon, Progressive, Microsoft. I mean, there's a whole list of big companies. Some of them pay dividends, some of them don't. Of course, the dividends will go towards your dividends, but it's the covered calls that they sell against. We're talking big companies: ExxonMobil, Eli Lilly, PepsiCo, United Healthcare. These are the biggest stocks in the portfolio, but these are all the stocks actually that are listed that are above 1% of weight. So as you can see, even the highest weighted stock is 1.76% of their portfolio. So it's real diversified. This ETF was originated in March of 2020. They pay monthly dividends, and those dividends do vary. They will vary depending on how they do in terms of the covered calls and dividends. They paid as low as 26 cents in a month, and they paid as high as 62 cents in a month. It's going to go up and down a little bit just depending on the timing of everything. But as you can see, the returns they've got versus the other stocks in the same category, and there's several of them out there. They're a little lower, but this one I think is a little better, only in the fact that, for me anyhow, it's more conservative. There are ones that are higher risk and higher volatility stocks. These are really not so much. So that's the why I like it. Plus, you get the 7+% dividend. It's a nice choice for someone who's trying to get what do you want to say? Just basic monthly income. Now, it may not be steady, but it is indeed one you can build some equity with. Total return history, as you can see on the right-hand side, about 9.8% in 2023. That's total return. Generally not too bad. 2022 was a bad year, rough for everyone. But as you can see, they went down less than, say, the stocks in their category. So, save you a little heartburn on the way down and maybe get you a little bit of income on the way up. Last slide I've got is the sector weightings for JEPI. Technology is heavy in JEPI, but as you can see, they've got a pretty good distribution amongst the major categories of sector investing. I just wanted to throw that out there. Again, a pretty conservative type set of stocks with a little bit of aggressive yield grab by using covered calls. It's kind of the latest in the chic world of ETF investing by a lot of these brokerages and banks. But there's a lot of choices out there. Do your due diligence. Thank you for listening to JC Stocks and Markets podcast. I really appreciate it. I'm not getting anything out of this, and nor do I want to. I just hope you get something out of it, maybe an idea. It might not be JEPI, it might be something else, but give you some food for thought. Hopefully you can make some money doing this, after you do your due diligence. And with that, the intro and outro song is by a band I used to play with, Just One Goat. It's a song called She's the One. I wrote it, and it has a lot of meaning for me. And appreciate it. Thank you for listening to JC Stocks and Markets podcast again, and happy investing. Bye now.
She's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. Everything is magical, even when she's not around. No, it's not that radical, I just know what I have found. Well, she's always there for me. It's simple, can't you see? She's the one. Oh, she's the one. She's making my life so much stronger. God, let me stay just a little bit longer. She's the one. Yeah, she's the one. Yeah. Wasted all this